We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, should interpret my words here tonight as an excuse to censor the news, to stifle dissent, to cover up our mistakes, or to withhold from the press and the public the facts they deserve to know.
Welcome to Conspiracy Corner Podcast, everyone. This is Abe, your host. It's 7:47 a.m., July 16th. It's actually Sammy's birthday today. I just got off work. Pretty chill night, which was cool. I was off Wednesday. Today's Friday. Wednesday, we had to go to Sammy's grandpa's funeral. So that kind of sucked because she wasn't obviously too happy about that. Yeah, and it sucked for me too in a way because I work third. So basically when I got off work, got in the car, drove straight there. It's about an hour and a half drive. Went to the funeral and left there. Went to a church to eat. Basically, by the time I got home, it was like 24 hours without sleep. So, yeah. And then yesterday, like when I finally did get home, all I did was sleep like crazy. And I don't know, I just felt like sick, you know. I mean, I used to stay up like that 2 days in a row and stuff, but that was when I was younger and wilder and doing like Adderall and stuff like that, you know, my partying years. But almost 30 now, and it's like, I don't know, it kind of affects you differently. But yeah, as far as updates, that's about it. We're not really going to celebrate Sammy's birthday until me and her's next day off, and she said she just kind of wants to keep it simple, go hiking, maybe we'll go out to eat. She wants a video game controller for her Nintendo Switch, so, because I guess, like, Nintendo, I guess it's, like, a problem in general that they have, as far as, like, their controllers, like, drifting. They don't sync up properly, and they drift, and I guess it's been a problem since the Wii and the Wii U, so, I don't know, she was like, yeah, I don't understand why they ain't fixing it. And it's like, probably because they're making money off selling more controllers. You know, everything's a money-making scheme, sadly. But yeah, that's what we got planned coming up. And today's episode, we're going to be covering, it's fairly new news. There ain't no rest for the wicked. I feel like, you know, when I first started this podcast, the world wasn't too crazy yet. So I was doing a lot of paranormal and ufology and stuff. And I feel like now, like, and I'm not complaining because sadly, in a weird way, you know, conspiracy theorists, content creators have no problem finding content these days because it seems like every day there's something new and something crazy. But today we're going to be covering cyber polygon, which is kind of like, it's from the World Economic Forum. We all know about Event 201. I did a whole episode. If you don't know about it, you can go to the main page and go to that episode. It's literally called Event 201. And we know how that played out with the pandemic that's going on now. And this is basically about a new pandemic that Klaus Schwab is warning that will be worse than the beer bug, you know. And it's just funny how they do these drills and they do these plans, and for some reason they always come true right after they do all this. It's weird like that. It's almost like there's a puppeteer or something, a puppet master. But yeah, and like the Event 201, we're gonna read it from the horse's mouth. So that way haters can't be like, oh, you're making all this up. Oh, this is too crazy. It's too conspiracy. Is it conspiracy, though, when I'm literally taking it from the World Economic Forum website? So that's what we'll be covering today. So buckle in and we'll check it out. All right, so Cyber Polygon. Digitalization is accelerating everywhere. New digital ecosystems are forming all around us, creating unnoticed linkages across services and supply chains. As the world grows more interconnected, the speed of development makes it difficult to assess the impact of change. A secure approach to digital development today will determine the shape to our future for decades to come. Having the right skills in place is the key to protecting organizations from attack now. What is Cyber Polygon? Cyber Polygon is a unique cybersecurity event that combines the world's largest technical training exercise for corporate teams and online conference featuring senior officials from international organizations and leading corporations. The 2021 conference discusses the key risk of digitalization and the best practice for the secure development of digital ecosystems. By the way, I'm thinking it was earlier this month, I think like last week or something, was when they decided to do the Cyber Polygon drill. The 2021 technical exercise builds and tests the skills needed to protect our industries, centering on a targeted supply chain attack. So basically the food chain. Which, by the way, there's food at the piers sitting and rotting away, and they're told not to move the food at the piers. You won't hear that on mainstream news. You have to use BitChute and alternative, DuckDuckGo searches and stuff. Every year, the training brings together, global businesses and government agencies to collaborate on technical exercises. The live stream draws in millions of spectators from across the world. 2020 results. We can actually click on that here in a minute. Let's see. Cyber Polygon in 2021. This year's discussions during the live stream conference will center on secure development of ecosystems, with global digitalization further accelerating and people, companies, and countries becoming even more interconnected. Security of every single element of a supply chain is key to ensuring the sustainability of the whole system. During the technical exercise, participants will hone their practical skills in mitigating a target supply chain attack on a corporate ecosystem in real time. By the way, it kind of makes you wonder, July 9th. The event will be held on July 9th. Applications from organizations wishing to join the training are open. See further details in the official website. So let's check out the official website. Cyber Polygon. You can watch the recording. I don't want to. About Cyber Polygon. Concept 2021. Let's do that. Concept 2021. As the global digitalization is further accelerating, the world is becoming... Okay. Secure approach, Cyber Polygon 2021. Well, this is the exact same shit. I apologize. I'm surfing the web while I'm doing this. I wish I could screen share, but I don't have that technology. or at least I don't know how to use it. Let's see. So let's see what the 2020 results were. About Cyber Polygon. In 2020, Cyber Polygon became a unique event combining two tracks: the world's largest cybersecurity exercise for corporate technical teams. So it sounds like they do this every year. An online conference featuring senior officials from international organizations and leading corporations. The central theme of the event was digital pandemic, or plandemic is what she should say. How to prevent a crisis and to reinforce cybersecurity on all levels. Hence, Cyber Polygon 2020 aimed to develop the team's competencies in repelling cyber attacks, engage the management of global organizations and corporations in cybersecurity dialogue, raise public awareness in cybersecurity. The structure. The event consisted of two parallel tracks. The live stream. The conference featured global leaders and experts including Mikhail Mishustin, Prime Minister of the Russian Federation, Klaus Schwab. Ew! He's such a dweeb, and he dresses like one too. Founder and executive chairman of World Economic Forum, as well as top officials from Interpol, ICANN, that's ICANN. I've never heard of that. I don't think I've ever heard of Interpol either. Sounds familiar though. Visa, IBM, Sberbank, MTS, and other organizations. The experts addressed in the latest trends and technological threats, shared their experience in creating cybersecurity ecosystems, talked about the transforming threat landscape, and discussed the problem of fake news and how to discern misinformation on the web. They did that during Event 201, fighting quote-unquote fake news. So basically anything that's anti-propaganda. 5 million people from 57 states watched the live stream. Technical training. The participants took the side of the blue team and worked on protecting their segments of the training infrastructure. The organizers from Buy Zone represented the red team and simulated the attacks. The exercise included two scenarios. First, the participants practiced containing a massive cyber attack in real time. Then the teams had to investigate the identified incidents by applying traditional forensic as well as a threat hunting. 120 teams from 29 countries took part in the technical exercise. The event was joined by state and law enforcement agencies, financial, educational, and healthcare institutes, organizations from the IT, telecom, energy, metal, chemical, aerospace engineering, and other industries. The conclusion. The following conclusions can be drawn based on the final results achieved by the participants. Participants could assess their capabilities. It was not clear until the end of the exercise who would take the first place. Different teams were leading at different stages, which means that none of them could fully utilize their techniques at their disposal. The exercise allowed the participants to identify their strengths and weaknesses. We hope that the received information will help them create plans for developing the necessary competencies and improve their results in the future. Financial institutes and IT delivered the best results. Banks and companies from the IT industry demonstrated the highest resilience. Security assessment expertise in these sectors is quite well developed, with classic forensics and threat hunting widely applied. Technical specialists are better prepared for investigation than for defense. 27% of the teams had difficulties earning points in the first scenario, which allows us to conclude that some of the team members lacked or had insufficient expertise in security assessment and protection of web applications. At the same time, all the participants were awarded points for the first round of the second scenario, which was indicative of each team having at least one expert competent in traditional forensics. The threat hunting approach is uncharted for most organizations. 21% of teams could not earn a single point for the second round of the second scenario. We attribute this to threat hunting being a relatively novel, they love that word novel approach, and the majority of organizations lacking experience of applying its techniques. This creates the potential for developing teams and tools within the companies. Threat hunting is not an alternative to classic forensics, but we showed how this approach can supplement conventional methods. More preparation, better results. The best results were predictably achieved by the teams who had asked many questions during the preparation and familiarized themselves with the new techniques and defenses beforehand. We hope that our Cyber Polygon publications, as well as other hosted events, will increase future participants' chances of succeeding and effectively countering cyber attacks. Such events as Cyber Polygon already allow experts from participating organizations to increase their skills and draw the attention of a wider audience to the issue of cybersecurity. We hope that the results and the conclusions of this year's training, as well as the knowledge of invited experts, will benefit the entire community and enable us to develop practical measures to improve global interaction in the fight against cybercrime. So I'm going to go back to the official website and see if I can find some more. I'm going to pause this because I don't have screen share, so I don't want to bore you all to death with dead air. So I found some quotes on the official Cyber Polygon website of experts about Cyber Polygon. And this first quote is Klaus Schwab, the founder and executive chairman of World Economic Forum, basically Lex Luthor. And by the way, he went through World War II in Germany, so you would think this guy would have learned something from what happened. But instead he seems to idolize the Nazis and was like, oh yeah, I kind of want to do the exact same thing to the entire world. Technology and cybersecurity are of crucial importance in this COVID era. One of the most striking and exciting transformations caused by the pandemic has been our transition to the digital everything, quote unquote, both in our professional and also our personal lives. I am glad that Cyber Polygon has proved itself as one of those brilliant initiatives that address the need for developing and enhancing global cyber resilience in the fight against cybercrime and cyber attacks. By the way, this guy is literally the same guy who says that we are now moving into the fourth industrial revolution, that basically our biological will be merged with machine. And he doesn't say it like it's an option. He's like, yes, it will be merged with machine. So it's like, no, I'm going to opt out of that, buddy. You know, kind of like how Bill Gates says, like, you act like you have a choice on taking, the wizard potion. That's how fucking arrogant these bastards are. Like, they literally act like you don't have a choice on any of this stuff. And that's the thing, man. I've went on a rant before about who gives the people the rights, what gives them, who gives these people the rights to do what they're doing, But I don't know. I know you guys hear what I'm saying. This is another quote by Craig Jones, who's the director of Cybercrime Interpol. One of the core pillars of Interpol Global Cybercrime Program is cyber capabilities development. We support our 194 member countries by developing cyber skills, knowledge, and technical capabilities that are customized to their needs. The aim is to enhance their ability to better prevent, detect, and investigate cybercrime globally. In this regard, Interpol is pleased to once again join Cyber Polygon. We will continue to work closely with private industry partners in this endeavor. The next quote is by Jeremy Jurgens. He's Chief Business Officer and member of the Managing Board of World Economic Forum. Trainings play a key role in building and testing organizational preparedness, which is essential to respond effectively during an actual cyber crisis, which is inevitable, by the way, because, like I said, World Economic Forum did Event 201, and, the same exact thing happened. So, I think it was like 2 months later. It is vital to include public and private sector actors to build resiliency in our global system. This is a quote from Wendy Whitmore, Vice President of IBM X-Force Threat Intelligence. Cyber criminals, you mean the governments, thrive in times of crisis. Strategies and response plans to help combat online predators continue to be essential for every organization. With disruption of our current global magnitude and scale, an equally vital antidote is the ability to come together as colleagues, business leaders, and geographies to cultivate ideas and relationships and to share best practices and information that help fortify all our defenses. So basically, problem, reaction, solution. They create the problem. They react to the problem. They are the solution. It reminds me almost of the Son of Sam. He used to go into buildings, light them on fire, and then he would rescue everybody from the burning building. That's the mindset that these elites have, that psychopathic Son of Sam mindset. Cause the problem, swoop in and be the hero. It's sick. It's actually very egotistical. This next quote is from Minnie Barzilay, cybersecurity expert and strategic advisor. The results we have seen following this training prove just how important it is to have an established information exchange. To cope with the challenges of the future, we need to get to know each other, build a trusted environment around us and between one another. Now, this final quote that they have up here is Dmitry Samartsev, CEO of Bizone. So that's definitely a Russian dude. Cybercrime is now more than just the money stolen. Human lives and our environment could potentially be at risk. The probability of a global cyber crisis is growing every day. Gee, I wonder why. It's almost like you guys are going to do it to us and blame it on cyber hackers or whatever. In order to prevent a catastrophe, it is necessary to invest in the protection of each individual company, increase the level of cyber literacy, and develop competencies of technical specialists. That is the reasoning behind the Cyber Polygon exercise, which has already proven itself effective. I hope that subsequent exercises will bring even more value to the international community. So I'm going to go back to the main website. I'm going to exit out of here and see if they got any more on here. Yeah, it looks like honestly that's it as far as the website. Yeah, that's all she wrote. It's a shorter episode. But yeah, like I said, man, it's all the same shit. It's all you got to investigate Agenda 21 because that's what they're planning to move us forward to. It started with the pandemic. Bill Gates has already said that in his own quote, wait till round 2 comes, basically. And that right now you're seeing with the Delta variants. You got Fauci before literally the pandemic saying, during Trump's presidency, there will be a viral outbreak. And for some reason, no one seems to think that's weird. They plan all this stuff ahead. They tell you what's going to happen. It goes all the way back to 9/11. On the day of 9/11, they were having drills of basically planes hitting the building on the exact same day that the planes hit the building. It got to the point where they literally were confused if they were still in a drill or if they were actually experiencing planes hitting a building, This stuff is all planned, sadly. But at least I gave you guys a heads up. Like I said, make sure you're stocked up on food and water, which I've been warning you guys for a while now to get your food and water set up. We're pretty good stocked up on water. I'm probably going to get some more food. We just, honestly, and I know, I get it. People aren't rich. We're not rich over here. We had both of our cars in the shop, and, we've always, every time we start getting money saved up, something happens to a vehicle. So I totally get it, and I especially know with this pandemic that people are definitely more broke and more poor than they should be, sadly. So I get it, but definitely, get food that's canned food that's going to last. We've bought a lot of Spam, soups, chilies, sardines, stuff like that, tuna, stuff that's going to last. Make sure to get a lot of canned food, bottled water. Make sure to not store your water in a garage or anywhere hot. Make sure to keep it in the house where it's cool, somewhere cool, because if that plastic gets hot, it can cause it to basically become poisonous, cancerous, You guys don't want to make yourself sick. But yeah, that's the next thing to come. I think honestly the whole oil shutdown, or not the oil shutdown, but the whole gas shutdown, I think that was a drill. Let's poke around, let's test it out. But yeah, if they start doing planned attacks on the grid, it'll be electric, water, internet, which you can live without. You'll be all right. But bank accounts, I'm guessing you could definitely do that. And sadly, everybody's money's on either cards or, imagine that if they just wiped out the bank accounts and everyone started out from zero again. Craziness, man. So I don't know what to say. Just letting you all know. I'm not Chicken Little saying the sky's falling, but if it happens, I told you so. I have to say, with this whole since 2019, it cracks me up because it's like all the conspiracy theorists have been right, and all the normies are literally looking at us like, "How did you know?" I've been screaming at the rooftops that this weird shit's been going on for. I've been screaming at the rooftops since I was 18 years old. I'm almost 30, so over a decade now. So I don't know. I can only scream so much, and hopefully people listen. But that's all she wrote. You all have a good day.
We are, as a people, inherently and historically opposed to secret society, opposed to secret oaths, opposed to secret proceedings, secret proceedings. No official of my administration, whether his rank is high or low, deserve to know.